Guys, the item on the table in front of you is the Cold Steel Mini Tanto. This is a knife that has not been around since the 80s, and we've got one here. So we're gonna take a look at it, we're gonna talk about it. We're not gonna do a lot, it's probably not gonna be a real long video. So let's take a look at it from above to look at this vintage piece of cold steel history. Guys, like I said in the intro, this is kind of special. This is a vintage, late 80s, mid to late 80s cold steel mini Tanto. Now, there's not a lot of information to be found on this. You can see it's old school because they weren't really doing the very defined marriage point on the grind like they do now. It's more of a traditional Japanese Tanto. So these were made in the mid to late 80s. These are like 2/3 the size of the regular Tanto, but they are really attractive. This isn't gonna be a real long video, but you can see definitely still following the same kind of beginning of the Americanized Tanto on these, but it comes down to a more of a rounded traditional edge. The only thing that would make it more traditional is if the point came out longer. You can see no distal taper on this really, except for the grind. This looks like, this throws back to the days where Cold Steel was making a lot of really cool stuff. Like I said, this is model 13AS. If you guys want to try and look up any information on it, I really never find anything about it, like steel or anything like that. But these were made in Seki City, Japan for Cold Steel in Ventura, California. You got a Cratex checkered handle on it. This was the thing that made them really popular, was the Cold Steel. Not only did they look really cool, they had very functional handles. You got a butt cap and handguard and everything like you see on the newer, the traditional models now, the models now like the Taipan and some of the Tantos. But this is so much smaller, and it came with an honest to goodness leather sheath with a Velcro is not tactical, but pocket clip on it. Sheath and pocket clip were made, everything was made in Japan. And these were really cool. Now, I will say there's some definite issues with this. With it being that small, it kind of feels out of sorts, and it's definitely not all that sharp. I don't know what happened with this, but Cold Steel was always known for the strongest, the sharpest, and things like that. And this is the first one of the Cold Steel, like old school ones that I've seen that really isn't that sharp. And you can see it's not like it's been abused or anything like that. So these were the knives that came out in the 80s, and we all saw them in catalogs and stuff like that. And we were like, man, these are really awesome. Cold Steel back in the day did make the most amazing knives on the market. They still make great knives, but I think that some of the things that they've done over the years, trying to put out too many products and things like that, kind of pushed them in the direction of being the fly-by-night, goofy mall ninja stuff. But I absolutely love this. I can't tell you how many times I saw these in knife magazines and catalogs, and Cold Steel was always like front page news about like what the newest and coolest things in the knife world were. And this was one of the knives I remember seeing growing up. Like I said, this went out, they discontinued this model like in the mid to late 80s. Was the last time these were made. So this is really an old knife. The guy that sent this to me, or the guy that brought this to me, is Winston Cabretti. He actually has 2 of these. Now, I didn't look up price or anything. It's really hard to find any information on these, but that sheath is just, that sheath is just great. That whole thing right there just screams everything I remember seeing them in movies, seeing them in catalogs, seeing them in magazines. It just screamed everything I wanted when I was growing up. And these were quality knives. There's some rattle in that leather, and it's been beat around and everything. But like I said, you're looking at a knife that is 10 years shy of being my age. Yeah, like I'm 48. This knife is probably a good 30, 35, 36, 37 years old, something like that. Really cool. And the fact that it is in still such good condition after all those years, because most of us that would have gotten these would have beat on this and stuck it in trees, stuck it in car doors. We'd have tried to do the things we saw in the catalogs. In the catalogs, they showed the pictures of Cold Steel knives being stuck into stuff, and they always showed the strength and all that stuff of their knives. I'm just surprised how good a shape this is in for its age. Really super thick blade stock on this, guys. Look at that. But it still does come down to a really real aggressively sharp, pointy tip. So this wouldn't be something that I would ever use. And to tell you the truth, because it is 2/3 the size, it doesn't feel real comfortable in my hand. It's definitely got too much of a taper for me to enjoy it the way I would want, but it is a lot of fun. And you can see, like, they did do a really good job on their knives that they made in Seki City back in the day. They really did have high quality on these. Look at the finish on it. And the fact that that finish is still that good after all these years is amazing. But yeah, these are awesome. And this just reminds me of being a kid all over again. So I don't have much else to show on it. I just kind of wanted to show you a little piece of knife history because I thought it would be cool. So hopefully you enjoyed this, but I'm not going to waste any more time of your time. Waste any more of your time. I'm going to turn this around and do some final thoughts and send you out about your day. But awesome. Lots of fun. Like I said, guys, this is another thing that is along the lines of that split dagger Hibben dagger that PDM got me for my birthday that year. This throws me back to my childhood. I used to see these in the knife magazines that I always used to buy. I mean, I've been into knives forever. This goes back to a time when I would see something like this and I'm like, $200 for a knife? That sounds insane. To even think back to that time and like, wow, to even spend more than like $15, $20 on a knife, which just was out of my realm of anything that I could comprehend. And these were absolutely the grail of grails at that time for guys my age. So lots of fun, just brings me back in time. So thanks to Winston for letting me borrow it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been here for a long time. I was supposed to film this a long time ago, but I just haven't. So guys, that's it on this one. Hopefully you like this one. It was a lot of fun. I don't think that this is a video that it's not my typical video, but it is a lot of fun to have it here. So hopefully you liked it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, but tell me why you didn't like it. I can't change the content if you don't tell me. If you want to support the channel, it's simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got it set for all and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device. And as always, I'd like to remind you, likes on a video are the most important thing you can do. If you watch a video for 30 seconds and you don't drop a like, you're doing the channels you love a disservice. Not just mine, any video. So likes push us up the algorithm. It lets YouTube know that you guys actually see value in the content we're producing, and then they push that off to others. If you do want to support the channel financially, there's a couple ways. I have a ton of affiliate links down below. Coffee Brand Coffee, some of the best coffee I've ever had. 5% discount with my affiliate link, or you can use the coupon code CrazySharp, all one word. And all of the Amazon affiliate links down below are just a portal to my Amazon affiliate store. So if you click on that and then you purchase a bunch of stuff, like if you're buying shampoo and household goods and stuff like that on Amazon, please help support the channel just by simply using one of my affiliate links as that gateway. It does not cost you anything at checkout, and it definitely supports the channel. And the other way is I have a membership down below. It's tier-based, 3 different tiers. Everyone has access to my Gilded server, which is a lot of fun. We hang out, we goof off there. It's like Discord. Baseline and premium tier members have access, or are automatically entered into a giveaway that I do. I always get that wrong. A giveaway that I do on the Gilded server. I'm going to probably do it about quarterly. And the premium tier members have access to a sharpening tutorial series I've built here on YouTube that's behind that paywall. So that's it on this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes it easier if you moderate the channel. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.